What's going on, guys? I'm back in the cemetery I was talking about in yesterday's blog post. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do that. I wanted to get back out in nature, and this was a fruitful tree as far as ideas go yesterday, so I wanted to come out here and sit and see if anything else could come from it. I woke up today and was feeling off. You ever have one of those days when it's just... And it wasn't until right now that I realized the first thing I did this morning, instead of what I normally do, is that I just rolled over and kind of dreaded getting up for no real reason. Today was fine. There was nothing... There was no deadlines or anything that I needed to think about or focus on. It was another kind of Monday, as the book goes. But what I normally do every morning, and I mentioned this in a post, is I start by thinking, before I even turn on the lights, I start thinking about things I'm grateful for. Just laying in there. Usually the bed is one of them. And sprawling, starfishing out. But I didn't do that today, and it's crazy how much that... I don't want to say derailed, because that sounds too dramatic, but how much it misaligned me. So I came out here. I've got some thank you cards to write to some people. So I'm going to do that, and I hope that I can use that to spur some ideas for the blog. I have an idea, I just haven't written it. So I guess this is kind of a rambling way to say that if you ever have one of those days when you just feel off, when you feel like you're misaligned, just take a minute, pause whatever you're doing, turn the oven off, pull over, slip the kids one of your Valium. Don't do that. That's terrible advice. But take a minute and check in with yourself. See how you're doing. And you can do it by breathing. I write, so of course I'm always going to suggest writing, but list 10 things you're thankful for. Let's see what I wrote today. I was not planning on doing this. This is so okay. Vibration raising meditations. I started a new meditation. I forget where I found it, but I'll link that below. This bed, of course, AC, like when you get to a hotel and it's like super cold, but you step into that and it's like, yes, this is a sign that I am on vacation. I am somewhere else, because I didn't have AC growing up. We lived out in the country, so the windows were open, and I am frugal. Some might say stingy. So before, I never had the AC on, if I could keep it off for as long as I could, but it's been pretty warm these last couple of days, so I am quite grateful for the AC. My skin that felt the wind yesterday. It doesn't have to be big things, what you're grateful for. It can be the sun, it can be the skin you feel the wind on, and whenever I feel the wind on my skin, and it's blowing right now, it feels like it means something. I don't know if that sounds a little woo-y, but it's like, this is a moment. This is happening to you. You are alive. You are here. So I'm always grateful when the wind blows, and I'm grateful to have skin to feel it. My dad's love. Yeah, I've been reconnecting with that, and it's weird that it's been easier to do now that he's gone. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. knowing there's some connection between his love, I guess my dad's love, and God's love. I like the idea of thinking that my dad returned to the source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. I'm starting to try to reconcile years of dogmatic upbringing with regards to God. I saw a post today, something about how religion teaches you to fear God, but spirituality teaches you that you are God. And and if I'd have said that growing up, I'd have been labeled a blaspheming heretic. So there's a lot to unpack in my subconscious, but I'm grateful that I'm at the point now where I can. New ways of looking at old concepts. Not sure what that means, but it's always a good idea to think of things from a different perspective. Unlearning kind of goes hand in hand. When you know when you know that you don't know anything, you're free to know everything. Another week. Always good to have another week to do things, another week to be on your purpose, another week to make a difference, another week to be the you were born to be. And number 10, how the full moon's light spills into my room. Yeah, so what are some things you were grateful for today? Why don't you leave a comment below? And oh yeah, this is like my first video, so hey, I wasn't really planning on doing this. I just decided to bring my camera to see what I could see, and this is what I saw. So make sure you like and subscribe. That's what people say, right? I'm Ross, by the way. I don't think I started with that, so this is a great first video. I'm glad you get to see all of this. Yeah, I want to help you write a better story, whether that's the story you're telling yourself, or some great fantasy epic, or some hard-boiled detective thriller. I know we can work together and make your story the best it can be, because that's what I'm doing. I'm working on making my story the best it can be. So I wish you peace. I wish you happiness. I wish you to be filled with loving kindness. Until next time, be kind, be well, and be yourself. That was stupid. Why did I do that?